guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And he comes back from the darkness to reap suffering on us all.
Happy are they who come to my supper.
In our butts.
Oh, fuck. Hellraiser, one of the classic films of the late 80s, is coming back with a bang punch with David S. Goyer signed on to pin the movie alongside, I'm sure, Clive Barker, because I'm sure he's going to have something to do with it. Now, I don't know. The thing is, I'm glad it's getting the reboot or the retouching and the reimagination of Clive Barker because, look, the rest of the world has moved on, but not us.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I mean, I liked Hellraiser Judgment alright, but it's still been a floundering series for a long time. Having someone like David S. Goyer and what he can do come on board, I think it's going to fucking really nail it. I mean, it's going to really punch you right in the titty.
Two things. One, they have promised this shit before, and they have reneged. They have reneged.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, they've reneged it. They were going to originally do it and bring back Doug Bradley and bring back Clive Barker and do all that shit, and then it fell through. So Hellraiser fans are obviously skeptical. Is it really going to happen? Are they actually going to make it all the way through this time? Yes. You would fucking think so, because here's the thing. When Halloween came out,
had their Viagra.
We talked about it 1,000 times in Halloween, right? Like, when Halloween comes out, if it's a success, it's going to spur Hellraiser to get out of the straight-to-DVD doldrums. It's going to start Child's Play, and it's done both of those things. It hasn't spawned yet a Halloween sequel, which who the fuck knows what's going on with that. It hasn't spawned a Friday the 13th reboot or reimagining because of the rights battle. But Hellraiser is the first of what we would call, I think, the biggest three, right? Mm-hmm. Michael, Jason, and Pinhead, to us, are the top three.
Freddy Krueger's in there too, though.
Oh, I fucking forgot about
I mean, you
Freddy.
Can't forget about Freddy.
Forgot about Dre.
Freddy.
Yeah, but that was the other one. It hasn't spawned a Freddy one yet, because New Line's just concentrated on the Conjuring universe, and they don't give a shit. Either way, this is huge news, and I have no doubt that it took a while, but this is because of the success of Halloween.
Hellraiser is like one of those unique films, though. It's like, it's gross as fuck when you watch and you want to take a scalding hot bath and maybe call your mother and say, I love you.
You want to scrub with the loofah.
And you want to listen to, like, happy songs afterwards because it makes you feel nasty, but it's still such a good, like, intriguing story, and Pinhead is a unique character. He's always been that way. Hellraiser, like, the series has always been one of my favorite series. I've watched all the shitty ones, all the classics, all the shitty ones. It doesn't matter. Bring it to my face and explode it, Jim. What?
Not gonna do that.
Not in that way. Goyer, who's responsible for, like, let's name them, The Dark Knight, Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, The Dark Knight. but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, having someone like that to partner with is really what a movie like this needs.
Let's talk about that, though, because that's something I wanted to bring up. Is David S. Goyer good?
Yes.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
I think initially it's a good thing because, and some people would argue with you about Batman vs. Superman. You know I love it. You know I love it. Some people would argue with you about that. But yeah, I mean, you can't argue, obviously, with the Dark Knight trilogy. But let's look at some of the other stuff he's done and see if this is really a good thing or not. I think automatically it has to be a good thing because he's such a big name. It proves that they're taking it seriously, and they've also said, by the way, it will be theatrically distributed. It's not going to be straight to D, which is huge as fuck. Because like we said, even though Hellraiser Judgment was good, they had so little to work with. And I mean, they squeezed blood out of a fucking turnip with that one. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Fuck your mother. But they really got the most out of that they possibly could. And I honestly hope that they give Gary Tunnicliffe, the director of that movie, maybe a role working on the special effects of this or whatever, because he deserves it. He proved that he's a fan and he did the best he could with the fucking $8 that Dimension gave him. But talking about David S. Goyer, let's look at this real quick. Okay, so he's doing the Terminator movie, Dark Fate. Still, we don't know about that one. Batman vs. Superman, as you mentioned. Godzilla, the 2014 one, which had some writing problems. Yeah, unaccredited. So I guess he probably did a rewrite on it or something. Man of Steel, we both love again. Other people might not. I'm gonna sneeze. Fuck my ass. I'm not. Oh, no, I am. No, I'm not.
Get out! Gross. Blessed are they who come to my supper.
Dark Knight rises obviously, but here we go into some of the other stuff. Counterpoints, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. You can't tell me that was a well-written movie.
Nicolas Cage finally gets to go off the chain. That was the only good
Without
thing about
Nicolas Cage, that would have been a fucking Dark Knight in Texas.
But still, okay, but looking at also, you see here, Batman Begins, he was screenplay story, Blade,
right. Dark Knight,
Blade 2, Blade Trinity sucked asshole,
yeah,
but Blade and Blade 2. 2 makes a right.
Right.
And Kickboxer 2, holy shit, he wrote Kickboxer 2.
That's not
And
really...
Death Warrant. Oh, fuck! Yes, I got more excited now.
I don't know if Kickboxer 2 is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Put it that way. But yeah, he's got...
Suns will set and suns will rise.
He also got other stuff like Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys. He did the Puppet Masters. He wrote the Crow City of Angels.
That's not bad. I mean, it's a decent follow-up. Nothing was going to be The Crow.
Dark City's a classic one. Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, Personal Demons, The Unborn. So, you know, it's a mixed bag with him, but he's got some heavy bangers in there.
Oh, he did Dark City, too. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a big fucking name, so that means they're taking this really seriously.
If you look at Dark City with David Goyer, that thing borrowed heavily from the imagery of Hellraiser, especially like the creepy little fucking alien people that were walking around stealing people. That literally looked like Cenobites. So already it was inspired a lot by Hellraiser. I think that Goyer can't wait to get his hands on this shit and make us a turkey pie for us all to enjoy. Just casual horror fans, like, you know, movies. Like, some people... I'm not saying a lot, but some people don't even know what Hellraiser is. They're like, I've never seen Pinhead, or they might remember a box cover. He's like, oh, that box scared me, and he had pins in his face. But otherwise, people won't even know. So it's not like this is like a make or break thing for the horror industry, but it will help us a lot to have this fucking go skyrocket.
Here's what I think, and I have two questions about this, and they kind of evolve into the same thing. My big question is, if it's going to be, like, this is what we wanted, right? Stop doing directed DVDs, put some money behind Hellraiser, put it out theatrically. The other side of that, what we've been asking for is be careful what you wish for. If they're going to put it out theatrically, they're going to make it a big deal. Are they gonna have the leeway with the studio to make it as dark and nasty as Hellraiser has to be? Because like you mentioned with the first Hellraiser, it was dark. It made you feel disgusting. It made you want to shower. No. But no, it does though, and they've got to be willing to go to that dark place. You can't release a fuck. I'm sorry, I know there's people out there that say so and so was PG-13 and it was a great film. Hellraiser cannot be PG-13.
There's no way you can.
This has got to be a hard fucking R, and that ties into the other question. Hellraiser has enough street cred. It has enough darkness behind it. It has enough credentials of being one of the actual scary movies of our time to. If they make the trailer look scary as fuck and they promise the movie's gonna be scary, then it could be fucking huge. If you tell people when you go to the theater you're gonna leave scared, this is gonna disturb you, it's gonna fuck you up, and they market it the right way, and crowds are like getting jacked to the tits about actually going to see something that's gonna scare them, that's gonna be depraved and fucked up, then you might have a ginormous fucking hit on your hands, especially if they go to the theater and it actually is, and then you got the word of mouth and you got all that stuff going out. So if you make a great scary fucking movie with this, it could be huge. It could break Halloween's records. It could.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
And if they don't use him a lot, then it's obvious that you would think you could use Doug Bradley, because even though he's older, some people might say he's too old. I don't know. I can't speculate on that personally. I don't know. I've not seen him like today.
Well, under the makeup,
me and him didn't have lunch at Starbucks this week. So
really, we had lunch. We did.
Here's a question for you. Would you want, if Doug Bradley is too old or doesn't want to do the role, would you want Paul Taylor, the theater actor who was in Hellraiser Judgment, who did a decent job, would you want him or would you want someone new?
You know, I didn't mind that guy at all. I don't think he was bad. I think he was, as far as the other Pinhead that they used, that fucking trash guy that they got out of the attic somewhere that was living in his mom's basement waiting for meatloaf.
That was my Uncle Tommy.
That guy was terrible. This guy was at least passable, and he was good enough to, I think, carry the movie pretty well. I don't know. I mean, it depends on who else they, you know, who, like, dude, they'll never get him. They'll never fucking get him. But I mean, there's two that comes to mind that I was thinking, like, if you're just gonna balls to the wall and throw as much money as you can at the movie and get really good actors, Daniel Day-Lewis as fucking Pinhead would be scary as shit, because that guy's a method actor and he would never stop.
I'm talking like top wish list.
Like, I know it's top, or but another one, maybe not top tier. I mean, he's great, but I mean, maybe he's possible. Adrian Brody. He's not been doing shit, and he's kind of got the look of a you know, weird Pinhead Cenobite looking guy.
I can't see that one.
I mean, he looked like the Joker. He's got like his face is like, he could do it. I don't know, but top tier, yes, it would be Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm sure they're not going to get him, and that's fine. But if they go with Paul Taylor, I'm fine with it. I think that, you know, having a big budget and a writer like Goyer giving him a really good script, he can go off the rails with it and have a great time. The thing is also, in the first Hellraiser movie, you didn't really see Pinhead much, which is why they kept him more in the shadows. It was more of the story of Kirsty and what she was going through in the box. And that was what made him more mysterious as well. So it could also lend itself that if you had Doug Bradley show up to be Pinhead, he's not going to be on screen a bunch of times. So
yeah,
but then
maybe Nick Castle, you could give him a little tiny role in there just to like throw him, you know, just to tip a nod to the great performances he did in the past, if he is too old to do it. But then again, Hellraiser's not Michael Myers. He's not out flying through windows and shit like that. He's just kind of standing in the darkness saying cool shit. So yeah, his age may not be a factor as much as you.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, and Pinhead's always like, that's the thing about Pinhead. Like, he's scary to me because First off, he's gross, and then second off, he'll tell you exactly what's happening to you in a very cultured way that it's like you think you're gonna get tea and crumpets, but he's like, I will peel your butt cheeks back and put this razor blade in your anus.
Gillette. Either way, it's great fucking news, man.
Awesome.
It's amazing news. It's exactly what we wanted from horror from the big top tiers, because not shit's happening. What is going on with Halloween?
Tell us something, please. We're on our knees.
Forcibly insert the love card into my anus. So,
I'm getting sores all over our arms waiting for that news. We need a fix, man.
That's that. But in followers, let us know down below. Who do you guys want to see playing? What do you want to see from this? Do you think this is a great idea? Do you think this is amazing fucking caca-woohoo? Do you think it sucks shit, as some people naturally will do? Maybe, you know what? Maybe they'll make him CGI and have him voiced by Mark Hamill. I don't fucking know.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.